Hello, thank you for joining me on my channel. My name is David Charles, international psychic medium in North Devon in beautiful England in the United Kingdom. And we're going to do a pick a card reading for you now, looking at the next 14 days. A pick a card reading which is timeless, which means it doesn't matter when you find it. You could find it tomorrow or in 6 months' time. It will apply to you as and when you find it. You'll find it when you're meant to, in other words. And you, hopefully, will be picking the cards. So which one do you think we should use? There's 7 packs of cards here. Let's try this blue one. You may like the crystals on there. These magic crystals are wonderful for healing and all sorts of things. Following the course at the reading tonight, or today, wherever you are, we're going to do stage 29 of the Old England Tarot School Diploma Standard course. And that tonight, and it's night time here, will be the Ace of Pentacles. Very interesting card. Pentacles are lovely. So let's make some stacks of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you haven't been on here before with me, please consider subscribing and all the usual stuff. Click the bell icon if you'd like to be notified each time I upload new videos, which is quite frequently, every day at the moment. Uploaded every day about 12 noon. So you can stick with me and subscribe and learn the tarot at the same time and change your life for the better. There we have 4 stacks. 1, there's a mark on that one. 2, 3 and 4. Couldn't go gambling, that one's marked. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Which one do you like? Which one do you fancy? You may like the look of one of them. If there's 4 of you together, you can have one each. Use your intuition, use your psychic ability, pause the video if you want, but try and pick 1, 2, 3 or 4 for your next look at your next 14 days. So if you pick 1, 3 or 4, you can always run the video on, save you waiting. We're going to start with number 1. No theme tunes, no messing about. Here we go. Number 1, your next 14 days, looking very interesting. Some of you are pregnant. Some of you don't know you're pregnant yet. And 1 or 2 of you, number 1, are trying to become pregnant. And I can tell you now, the next 14 days could be quite significant. So put that in your diary, the dates, whenever you do find this video to watch it, this recording. Some of you are already pregnant, and 1 or 2 of you, number 1, have not but quite recently had a baby. And it looks like good times are coming. The ones of you who are pregnant or trying to be are thinking or considering giving up something. That could be smoking, I suppose, but not many people smoke these days. But you're considering walking away from a situation or a habit. Or maybe you're considering walking away from a person. You're thinking about giving up something, number 1, because you believe it's giving you too much stress, or maybe it's giving you too much work to do and you don't need it. You may not give up this thing, you're just thinking about it. But take heed, because your life, number 1, during the next 2 weeks is going to speed up. And I think some of you are already a bit stressed as it is. If you're going to work, the speeding up of your life will be almost certainly linked to your career. And that can involve lots of information coming your way. New information, new instructions at work maybe, new emails, pieces of paper for you to follow, and it may, number 1, involve travelling as well. Not in a bad way, I think it's lovely. Your reading indicates, number 1, a lump sum of money in the next 2 weeks or thereabouts. It could be a few days out, but a lump sum of money is predicted that you need to keep, sit on, and don't let it in one hand and out the other. So if you're trying to become pregnant, the timing is ideal. If you're thinking of a new job, you're highly fertile, so that would be good as well. Anything new, number 1, it looks good. So if you planted some seeds, they would grow into flowers in no time. If you bought a plant from the shop, it would come into bloom. You're very fertile for at least the next 2 weeks. If you're trying for a baby, ideal. If you're thinking of a new romance, lovely. A new hobby, fantastic. Anything new that you try now in the next fortnight will grow pretty fast, and things are, as I said, speeding up. At the same time, you will consider giving up something. You're considering moving away from a problem, or you believe that it's a problem. Your money, a lump sum of money is coming, and there's a lady around you may have noticed, who's smart, intelligent, successful. She may be a businesswoman. She's clever and has success written all over her. She knows where she's going. So 2 weeks, can't fit much into 2 weeks, but the next 2 weeks indicate high levels of fertility, number one. So anything you try now, do it in the next, if you can, do it in the next 2 weeks. 3 at the most, but the next 2 weeks are the best. If you're thinking of giving something up, do it in the next 2 weeks, or don't do it. Make a decision. Don't keep pondering and wondering about it. Make a decision and stick with it. If you want to give this thing up, do it. If it's a person, then please don't hurt anybody. If you hurt somebody, you will get karma later on. And karma, well, if you hurt someone, it may hurt you later on. So most witches and psychics and mediums believe that karma is threefold. So when you get it back, you will get it 3 times over. Your life is speeding up. You may be traveling. You may be traveling during the next 2 weeks, or you may be traveling in the future because of something that happens in the next 2 weeks, which for a lot of you, not all of you, but for a lot of you, it will involve your work. This reading won't resonate with everybody. If it doesn't click with you, come back in a few days and pick another number and watch the video again. But there's plenty of videos on my channel for love, romance, money, all kinds of things. So please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Watch out for this lady. I think she's going to be a key figure in your life. Not an enemy, not somebody to be worried about. I think it's someone who has success, and it may, number one, rub off on you. So it could do you some good meeting this lady. You may already know her, actually. In some of the cases, number one, this lady is you. Do you sound like that description? Successful, clean, smart, fashionable is the word. Good looking as well. Good looking lady. Possibly dark hair, but that can be bleached and dyed and all what girls do to their hair. So it may not be the right colour that you see when you meet this person. All in all, number one, I think your next 2 weeks is looking pretty good. So keep watching my channel for updates, because I'm uploading videos every single day at the moment, round about noon in UK time, that is. Let's move on to number 2. There we are, number 2. If you chose number 2, this is for you. Put number 1 over there so I don't mix them up. Right, number 2. An eventful 2 weeks is ahead of you, as long as you move. If you're stagnating, some of this won't happen, so you're going to need to move about a bit. If it's been raining, you've been staying in, try to stop doing that and get out and about, because it looks as though, number 2, some of you are a bit fed up. Some of you are a bit down in the dumps and have been for a while. Some of you, number 2, are regretting things you've done in the past, and you're wanting or wishing you could go back and change it, because you can't, of course. So number 2, it's not all doom and gloom, but there are cautions to be warned about in a few moments. No good crying over spilt milk. If you've done things wrong in the past, just learn from them and move on into your new connections. There is a run of good fortune coming. It may last quite a few days. As with all psychic readings, if the spirit world predicts good fortune, it won't be automatic. It will come in the form of offers and opportunities. That happens in all these readings. So it means you need to take a step back and look around and see what it is. You'll need to know what it is that's going to change your fortunes for the better, and then you need to have a go at it. Don't be reckless, but be adventurous. And it's just for the next fortnight. Then we have some upset. You may be going, number 2, through a turbulent time, and you may already be going through that. It may have been going on for a while. If you are, you need to hold on. A bit like when you're on the Big Dipper. Hold on tight. Ride with it. Go through it. Experience it. Learn from it, because although it's horrible and you won't like it, this turbulence will, as all turbulence and all readings, it will get rid of all the rubbish. So after a while, you may look back and think, well, it was horrible, but it needed to happen, and I'm glad it happened. Some of you, number 2, are juggling with money. Struggling is not the right word. You're juggling with finances. You may be taking money from one place and putting it into another, robbing Peter to pay Paul. Some of you are travelling as well, possibly overseas. As I keep saying, it won't resonate with all of you, these readings, but you'll know if it means you. You may be travelling and you may be struggling to pay for that, but you will manage to do it. You may be travelling because of work, some of you. And I think a lot of you are juggling with your finances, trying to make ends meet. And I think it will be okay in the end, because you are, as I've already said, entering a fairly lucky time. And as you may have gathered, some of you, there's a lot of psychic activity going on at the moment. That means, number two, that some of you out there are quite psychic, quite spiritual. Some of you will be mediums. I think a lot of you are healers, and I think a lot of you don't know that, you don't realise it. You have healing ability. Number two, you have psychic abilities. So if things go on that seem a bit strange, like coincidences, have a closer look if you're not into psychic stuff, because you may be missing out on the gift that you have, that you're putting down everything down to coincidences, and quite often they're not. Of course, always take notice of your dreams, number two, because your dreams may be quite spiritual and meaningful. They will be coded. Dreams normally are coded. People often say, why do we not dream about what we want to dream about? If you've lost a relative or a lover, it seems you never dream about them when you want to. Dreams are in code, a bit like computer code. So if you keep a notepad by the bed and write down your dreams, number two, you may be washing the dishes a few days later and suddenly the meaning will come to you. Suddenly you'll see the light, the penny will drop. But keep a note of your dreams, especially if they're repetitive. If you have dreams that keep repeating, write them down, because they will be messages from spirit. They're trying to get messages through and you're not getting it, so they keep repeating the dream. Very important. I always say that about, in your case, 2 or 3 out of 10 dreams will be psychic. The other 7 or 8 will be psychological. But some of your dreams, number two, are psychic. Some of your coincidences are premonitions. They're not always coincidences. You may think of someone you haven't seen for years and suddenly the phone rings and it's them. So that kind of thing. You just find out things on the news that you've already thought about days before. So, number two, keep your chin up. Don't get down. Don't get tearful if you can help it. Don't get crying over spilt milk, because your luck is changing for a while. Not for the whole of the year, but for the next 2 weeks, you should enter a lucky period. If you're going through turbulence, grin and bear it, hold tight, let it pass you by, put up with all the pain it causes if it does, because better times will come when it's gone. It's clearing out all the rubbish. If you're juggling with money, take care. I can't really explain how you can do that, but you need to sort it out, because you will manage. As I said, you may be robbing Peter to pay Paul. If you're travelling, you will be able to afford it. But some of you will be travelling because of your work. And a lot of you, number two, are psychic. A lot of you are healers. You may be able to learn Reiki, aromatherapy or something like that, and go into healing arts if you get fed up with the work that you're doing. So thank you for watching that, number two. Please subscribe and click like and click the bell icon and all the other stuff. If you click the bell icon, you'll never miss one of my videos. And at the moment, I'm uploading every single day. And please put some comments below, because I always answer them. If you chose number three, thank you for sticking around or running the tape on. Is it a tape? I don't know. Number three, excuse me, you'll be dealing with officialdom in the next 2 weeks. This is what the next 2 weeks have in store for you, unless you decide to change it. That's the beauty of having psychic readings. You can change some of it if you don't like it. So if I said to you, number three, you're going to lose your handbag in the shops, you'd make sure that you didn't. You won't be able to stop everything, but you can stop most of the bad stuff. You're dealing, number three, with officialdom. Could be the taxman, solicitors, people like that. And you may be signing legal documents. Be careful what you're signing. That's the message here. I think you'll already know about this. Number three, you're making heavy going of everything as well. Some of you are overworking. During the next 2 weeks, chill out. Don't let the boss put too much work your way. Don't let the family ask you to do too much. Stop ignoring things. You're saying yes to everybody. Say no occasionally. Don't be put upon. A lot of you, number 3, have an admirer. Somebody is quite interested in you, and it may be someone you've already met. They're not very old, and it's a young person who is arty, sophisticated, that's the right word, arty, caring, loving. This is the kind of lady or man who loves to fall in love. This is a lover. It's a lover who's interested in you. So if you're free, and some of you are, number 3, if you're free, you have an admirer coming. You may have already met him or she, and they will, during the next 2 weeks, I believe, for lots of you, they will make you an offer, a romantic offer. It could be asking you out for dinner, or to go to the cinema, or something like that. This offer, I believe, will contain something important. I think it will lead to something important. It could lead to a very powerful romance. Maybe, for some of you, one of the best romances you've ever had in your life. And a lot of you have had some bad ones, I know that. On a separate subject, number 3, there are people around, particularly if you're working, who cannot be trusted. You've been let down in the past, you're being let down again, and you're very defensive, and I don't blame you. I often spend time telling people to drop their defenses, but I'm not going to do that today. I think, number 3, you need to take care, because there are undercurrents of people, particularly around your earthly life, that can't be trusted. Your earthly life is where your basics, like the way you earn your living. It's not your love life, okay? So watch out who you trust. Don't be paranoid. But for the next 2 weeks, do not tell people your business, especially people at work, or people that come in and out of your workplace, the postman, the delivery man, anyone like that, or people you just see now and again because of your work. There is some element of people you can't trust. I don't think it's backstabbing, it's just that you can't believe all they say to you. I believe, number 3, that some of you have had a really bad time recently. I believe, number 3, that some of you had a bad time for a long time, maybe bad things all through your life. These things soon will be paid back. Not now, in the next 2 weeks, but it could be because of something that happens in the next 2 weeks. So all the sacrifices you've made in the past are going to be paid back to you soon because of something that happens in the next 2 weeks. I don't know exactly what it is because there's a lot of you out there. As I keep saying, it won't resonate with all of you. So watch out what you're signing. Look out for legal stuff. Watch out for speed cameras and parking tickets and police officers trying to arrest you for breaking the speed limit. I'm just joking, of course, they're not going to arrest you for that, but don't overdo it. Don't keep saying yes to everybody. Say no sometimes. Take care of yourself for a change. Stay cool. I believe, number 3, very interestingly, that some of you have an admirer who really does fancy you. So you must be very attractive, beautiful if you're a girl, or handsome if you're a chap. And of course, beauty and handsomeness, is there such a word? Handsomeness and beauty come from inside. They're not always physical. Watch out who you trust. You've been battered before by people and you're fed up with it. But don't be paranoid. And I think that some of the efforts you've made in the past, some of the rubbish you've been through years throughout your life, will be paid back soon because of something that takes place during the next fortnight. You'll need to watch out what that is, because you will find out. So please subscribe if you haven't already done so, number 3. Click the bell icon and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Click the like button, share me with your friends on Facebook and social media, because these readings are free and I'm uploading almost every day at the moment. If you chose number 4, thank you for staying with me or running on the tape, the film, whatever it is. Number 4, new beginnings for the next 2 weeks. Very interesting stuff going on. The good, the bad and the ugly here. We have number 4. Some of you have just fallen in love, haven't you? Have you just fallen in love with someone fairly recently? If not, you may find that during the next 2 weeks you're going to meet someone that eventually you will fall in love with. This could be very powerful. You could be like a school child, a boy or girl, with a crush, head over heels in love. And it looks as though, for once, that the love will be returned. I'm not saying this will happen in the next 2 weeks, but it will happen because there's something that starts in the next 2 weeks. So you may meet this person. However, you have the Major Arcana Devil card, which means temptation sometimes, especially when it's around this kind of stuff. The cards all depend on what's around them. They don't mean much on their own, of course. But the Devil card in this case means temptation. So number 4, this new lover may not be available to you because he or she may be married or with someone else, or you may be already taken and spoken for. So the message is, although a new lover looks fantastic, and it really does, don't be tempted to hurt somebody to achieve that. Some of you, number 4, will be offered new work. You may not be looking for it, but it'll be offered to you. Somebody looks up to you because you're good at what you do. So a lot of you, not all of you again, will be good at your jobs. You'll be offered new work. You may resent the person offering it because they may be just fresh out of college and a lot younger than you, and you may think, how come they're offering this work when I've been doing it all this time? But that's the way the world is now. Youngsters come out of university and they take over. And this person's good. He or she is genuine. I think they're offering you some new work during the next 2 weeks or thereabouts. It could be a few days either way. Number 4, there's a woman close to you who can be a bit spiteful. Do you know who she is? Mother-in-law? Sister-in-law? Someone at work? There's a woman near you who can be a bit nasty. Not behind your back, they can be nasty to your face. They may have friends as well. So you may be going through a bit of aggro there during the coming 2 weeks. And I think if you want to sort that out, do it during the next 2 weeks. I'm not saying knock her out or punch her in the face, but sort it out. Somebody can be a bit nasty. Sort it out, have a clear out, get rid of them. Don't hurt anybody, of course. Don't sink to their level. But there is a nasty woman around you, predicted soon, if you don't already know her, and there could be more than one of them. Now, to complicate your love life, number 4, somebody from the past may get in touch during the next few weeks as well. Probably during the next fortnight. Could be on Facebook or social media. You may meet them in the supermarket. But somebody from the past is coming your way. Somebody who you once loved. So your love life has gone from calm and steady to quite complicated. Don't they put that in Lonely Hearts adverts? It's complicated. Well, it will be number 4 because you have a possible new lover coming. You may be taken already and you can't do it. You have somebody from the past getting in touch, or you're getting in touch with someone from the past. That's fine. But like 9 out of 10 psychic readings, do not go backwards. You didn't make it last time, so going back to an old lover will not work, and it may bring unhappiness, and it may also prevent you from meeting people that you should be meeting. So if an old flame turns up, that's fine. You can be friends, buy each other coffee, have a drink together, have a meal together, but don't go back into an old romance. If it's your ex-husband or wife or anything like that, even worse. But number 4, the most eventful reading of all 4 really. New lover possible, new things all round possible actually. You've got new starts coming. Watch out for temptation. Don't be tempted to do something naughty. Somebody around you may be pregnant as well, which I've just realised. The messages from Spirit are coming thick and fast. Is it you, number 4? Are you pregnant or trying to be? Watch out for a dodgy woman who can be spiteful, nasty, vindictive, and may have friends who she's talking around to being the same as her. And you'll meet someone from the past during the next fortnight, I believe. Maybe not face to face, you may just meet them on a FaceTime thing, but don't go backwards into an old romance. Thank you for watching that, number 4. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Click the bell icon and all the usual things. And tell your friends about me on social media. Now, if you stick with me now, in a few seconds, we're going to start stage 29 of the Old England Tarot School course. Today, it is the Ace of Pentacles. Fantastic card, a fantastic suit, the Pentacles. You'll like that. So if you stick with me, I'll get everything ready for you, and I'll see you in just a few seconds. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with me. I should have mentioned earlier, if you want a proper reading, a full length one, go to my website, davidcharlespsychic.com, and if I'm not free, I'm there. One of my team that work for me will help you, and they're all very good. They have to be to get in my team. Now we're going to look at the Ace of Pentacles. There he is, or she is. Of course, the Pentacles in a stack of ordinary cards are the diamonds, and the Pentacles are interesting, and all of the aces have special meaning, and this one's no exception. Excuse me using my notes I wrote 20 odd years ago. The Ace of Pentacles represents new beginnings, a fresh start, something given to you that will result in richness. This may be monetary, it could be from a win, a gamble, or inheritance, or rewards from past efforts and hard work. It may be materialistic gain, where a feeling of comfort and luxury is to be enjoyed. The presence of the Ace suggests it's a good time to take a risk, with a gamble or a financial or a business risk. The Ace of Pentacles may be trying to tell us that richness comes in many forms and in many ways. So to gain something that will bring emotional or spiritual joy is not always about money. The querent could be required to search inside yourself to establish what richness means to them, or to you if it's a reading for you. But if you've learnt the course, you'll be doing rich readings, I hope. This card indicates prosperity and an energy, a reward, a promotion, a wage increase, spiritual or emotional rewards. Not all of them, but some of them obviously. Whilst enjoying your new abundance, the querent would be wise to keep in mind that others may not be so fortunate, and never lose sight of that fact. Let's have a look at what the notes say. The aces, all the aces, add something special to readings. They stand out from the other cards as if they're in their own sort of circle of light, an aura. The Ace of Pentacles is a symbol of possibility of the area of prosperity, abundance, trust, security and groundedness, really, to make you feel that you're more stable and more secure. In readings, it shows the seeds of productivity has been planted in your life, but you may not realise it yet. When the seed sprouts, it could take almost any form. Inside, there will be a feeling of centeredness, a desire for results, or a need to focus on practical matters. Outside, it could be an offer, a gift, an opportunity, or an encounter to some kind of an event, an invitation. When you see the Ace of Pentacles, you need to examine your life, if you're the querent. See how solid the energy could work for you. It is a solid energy that comes with this card, always. It's time to not dream or fantasize. It's time to do the real thing and be centered. Seek out comfortable, reliable experiences that make you feel secure. Build a foundation of trust in your life, both within and without, in yourself. Your common sense will tell you what to do. Focus on the natural world. Stay grounded. Enjoy your body and all the joys of materialistic existence. The Ace of Pentacles is a sign that you'll be able to make your dreams come real, come true. Your ideas may be turned into something tangible. Figure out what will work and make it a reality. You can attract wealth if you need it, and it gets your projects going as well. Any projects you have in mind, this is a good time to start them when you see this card show up. Tap into the material forces of the Ace of Pentacles. You will prosper and all your enterprises will flourish. Of course, there will be exceptions. If the card's upside down, as they call it, reversed, which some psychics do, it can mean false starts in materialistic things, lack of educational achievement, lack of award, and being completely the opposite of what we've just been speaking about. So it's not always good if it's back to front or upside down or reversed. Some of the key words with the Ace of Pentacles: focusing on concrete results, working out, achieving tangible results, improving bodily health, becoming involved with nature, having the means to reach a goal, drawing on to what you need, flourishing, seeing your efforts rewarded, increasing assets, experiencing growth, using your common sense as well, taking advantage of what works and getting down to earth, be realistic, grounding yourself to the real world and accept the tools you have in hand, believing in the good faith of others, feeling safe and protected, knowing that you have security, having a support system, knowing that the situation is stable, and being firm, really having a firm base with yourself. So all the aces are special because they always mean new beginnings as well. That's because they're number one, of course. And there'll be a lot more than that when I do the written coursework for you, which you'll be able to download when I finish working on it. It is a massive project. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed your readings. Please stay with me. I'm uploading almost every day now. And click the bell icon and subscribe if you haven't done so. Please share me with your friends on social media and make some comments below. Special hello and goodbye now to you if you're watching this all on your own or you're lonely. And if you want a proper reading, a full-length reading, go to davidcharlespsychic.com. You can book me on there, and if I'm not free, one of my team that work for me will help you. So I'll see you next time, and we're doing stage 30 of the Old England Tarot School course, which will be the Two of Pentacles. And you'll like that one as well. It's good. The Pentacles are all nice. So I'll see you soon. Catch you later. Bye-bye.